Hey YouTube, it has been 6 months since my New Year's resolution of deleting a majority of my digitally bought games on my PS4, and I just kind of want to give you an update of what my life has been like since I have done that. And not only, so I originally just planned to delete a bunch of games, and what actually happened is I ended up putting away my PS4, and I really haven't played many games at all. And I guess the reason I'm sharing all this is because um, I've been gaming my whole life, and I honestly did not imagine living without going back to games, whether it's for decompression or just an activity other than the stress of life to distract myself with. And so I just kind of want to share my experience if any of you are curious about it, and maybe you've been thinking about cutting back on your gaming time or whatnot. First, I just want to say that I am purely speaking on my own experiences, and I do not judge anyone for where they are at with this because I'm definitely not one to judge. I probably should have given this up a long time ago, and um, just put my habits in more productive areas of my life. And so I'm purely speaking out of my own experience and just for the sake of learning and sharing um, kind of what I've got from all this. And I guess I'll start with saying that there's kind of that fear of, can I really do this? Can I really just live life a different way than I've been living my whole life and just completely give this thing up? And I'm just going to tell you from my experience that with any habit in life, it can definitely shake up your world at first, but after getting used to it, you actually can go without. And that's the thing that kind of shocked me when I put away my PlayStation. Um, I really thought I'd have to, bring it back out every now and then and just, reminisce about the old days and kind of give into that. But once I put it away and just found other things to do with my life, it actually became a lot easier than I expected. I'll just say right off the bat, there were two pros that I realized when I got away with this from this habit, which is that one, my life became way more productive, and it was just natural. It's just like when I put these things away, I was finding other things to do with my life that were probably better, whether it just be spend more time cleaning, spend more time working, spend more time doing school. Oh, and that's a big thing too, is I'm doing school and a job right now, and it can be kind of hard with time management. So having video games in the way of that just makes it even harder. And I feel like I have more time to just take my time with school and make sure that I'm getting the assignments done right instead of, you know, getting it in early enough so I can just go and spend time, playing video games and stuff. Which I'm not saying I think there is a life balance that you should have, and even if it's not video games, I think there is some other things that you can do. But as for right now, as where I'm at in life, I really didn't need to waste my time with that. And ever since I put away my PlayStation, I have been doing better on my grades. I've been doing better on my work. I've been taking my time and really making sure that I get things done right. And yeah, in a weird way, it's actually been more restful because it's just one less area of my life that I'm thinking about. And so that's the first thing. And the second thing is that my life has just been way more simple. And I don't know if that sounds like a good thing, but I just felt like I've kind of gone back, I've gone a little bit of my youth innocence back from all this, of just like not having all that access, all that information, all that stuff that I just like don't need, and just kind of getting away with that and enjoying the simple things of life again. Enjoying nature even more than ever. And I don't know, I feel like there's a weird piece about it that I did not expect. And I really have no other explanation than it's just the simple ways of life, the simple beauty in life that I guess I wasn't taking time to enjoy while I was spending time playing video games. And I guess there's another pro that I'm just not thinking of, which is that it has helped. I really struggle with instant gratification with all this. I mean, that's like the whole idea of getting away from, all of our digital habits, because, I mean, that's the biggest problem, is we're just losing our attention spans to social media, to video games, to television, to, and it's just like, it's really hard to just go back to the slow reality of life, as weird as that may sound. And so kind of being able to go back to that, which that's been a struggle for sure. There's definitely times where it's just like I feel like I'm sitting around doing nothing, and that can be kind of boring, but it also forces me to do, like I said, more productive things with my spare time. And so it's been good in that manner. So one thing I will say that it won't fix is that it doesn't automatically fix your desire to spend time on electronics. Especially when I first was getting off of my PlayStation, I was finding other means of just wasting my time on technology. I was going more onto YouTube. I was going more onto Netflix. And I don't even really like Netflix. I feel like the show selection right now is just garbage, in my opinion. And yeah, I just feel like I needed to fill that gap. And so it definitely takes time to adjust. Yeah. In a weird way, it's also helped me to pray more, because like it's kind of like, what else am I supposed to do? Which sounds bad. I don't like, prayer should not be like the last resort by any means, but it's more like, just like, why not, if I'm not really doing much right now anyways. I kind of have to make that decision. Do I want to spend hours binge watching a show that I'm not even really interested in, or do I want to spend more time with God? And that's been kind of a conviction for me. And it's also just, I feel like my relationship with God has grown quite a bit in these past couple of weeks. But all this to be said, it's made me realize one thing more than anything, which is that my addiction to anything technology related, specifically for me, video games. I just spend hours on video games. I have realized, looking back on my life, how much time I have wasted, in the sense that it seems to isolate people. That seems to be what technology does at the end of the day. I believe that we were made to have people in our life, friendships, relationships, and I have noticed that I did not have much of that, because I would put that part of my life off and spend all my time, living in this fantasy world of whatever game I was playing, imagining that my life could be like that one day. And honestly, looking back on it now, it seems sad to me that like I wasn't, instead of imagining that my life would turn out that way, I've really learned that I need to make my life turn out that way in a sense. And just that shift of mind has it's changed my perspective and realized that I have so much more purpose in life than just to be wasting it away on things that will not do anything for me. I feel like it kind of is a lie, because I used to tell myself, video games were there for decompression. Maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe, maybe there's some truth to that, but I've learned that I feel like God has put people in our life to deal with the anxieties and stresses of life, that we are supposed to rely on one another. And when we go to like technology for that, all we are doing is really, we're being tricked into thinking that's what's happening. And instead, we're losing relationships, we're losing intimacy, and it's really, I think, more damaging in the long run than we realize. And I just want to encourage you, if you are thinking about like giving a form of technology up, and you just want to spend less time on any digital platform, I just want to encourage you that the grass is greener on the other side. And yeah, it's just, I feel like I'm getting back in touch with, who I'm really supposed to be as a person. And yeah, I just encourage you to not give up and, live your life the way that it is supposed to be lived. You have so much more value than to just waste it away. Go make friends. Build relationships with your family. Don't let it go to waste. Life is too short. Anyways, I hope this helps someone out there. I'm thankful for any of you who are watching this, for some reason. But I wish you the best, and God bless.